Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juice, and today we are going to be looking at Fallout, the role-playing game by Modiphius Entertainment. And I will tell you guys, this is a beautiful book. So let's get started. Alright, so today we're going to look at the Fallout RPG by Modiphius Entertainment and licensed from Bethesda. So if you guys are familiar with the video games, you probably already know what you're in store for, but this is a very beautiful book. I have not read very much yet. I know that it's a 2D20 system. Couldn't begin to tell you how to, play the game yet, but the little bit I've seen looks very interesting to me. You got a variety of different types of classes you can play. It's got a good game master section. It's got a bunch of equipment, power armor, bunch of monsters that I recognize from the video games. So again, it's got pretty much everything you need to play a Fallout role-playing game. I don't know if they're planning on releasing more. I do know that this is just the core book. You can get the GECK edition, which comes with a special edition book, comes with the core book, comes with some bottle cap accessories, some punch-out bottle cap accessory tokens, comes with dice, special edition box, and it's limited to only 2,000 copies. So once I read this, if they still have that available and I realize I really love this game, I'll probably purchase that. So it does come with a price tag of $200 plus shipping, so it is a little pricey, but if you're a Fallout fan or a fan of this game, then you will definitely appreciate it. All right, so you can see the art throughout this book feels very Fallout-esque. Just looking through it, you're like, oh yeah, I could see that. So again, this might even be a good RPG to just play any post-apocalyptic feeling game and not centrally focused around Fallout. I know Fallout can kind of be considered a more vague post-apocalyptic world in some ways, but you can use this to tell whatever story you want at your tables. Here's a picture of the special dice they have. They look really nice, I think. That blue and yellow, I love. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Michigan fan. I legit love that color. Besides, that's not even the right blue, for Michigan. That's more of like a Delaware blue. All right. So again, really cool art. Talks about dice here and critical success. You got all sorts of other good stuff. Assisting, saving action points, misfortune, luck. It's got a luck mechanic, it looks like. Goes into combat with initiative, actions and minor actions, major actions, making an attack. So one thing I do want to say too. So again, Modiphius has done a great job with this being just their core book. I love when books have bookmarks. I feel like every single tabletop RPG should have this. Because how many times have you had to flip between two pages that were not even close to each other in the same book? This would be a lifesaver in that situation. In fact, I think any book with more than 100 pages should just have this, whether it's a novel or whatnot. I just think it should have it. But yeah, get into hit locations, which the special dice come with a hit location die. If you don't have it, you just roll a separate d20 for the hit location. So you'll have that. Good stuff here. You can buy the dice on the website. I think the dice are only like $20. You get 3d20s. One of them is a hit die, hit location die. And then you get 4d6, I believe. So again, Modiphius is known for making some really high quality books. They look great. They're bound well. Like, you're getting a quality physical product when you buy from Modiphius. On top of that, when you buy this, you get a free PDF with it. So you will get the PDF when you buy this physical book. And in fact, this book itself has a code inside the back cover. So, yeah. I love, again, that they use the main art from the game. Love it. Absolutely love that. These are different, skills, I believe, and different, archetypes here in a minute. I think it shows off. or abilities or something. So here we go. We're getting into some interesting things here. Different types of creatures you might come across. The robot guy, robot hunter. I think that was just like a utility bot, though, of some sort. So a few years back when my wife and I were in between moving across state, I ended up staying with my friend for 3 weeks while she was wrapping things up on this side of the state. When I stayed with him, he was playing the Fallout video game. So I watched him play it for hours over the course of a couple weeks. And I will admit, I have never played the video game, okay? I know it's blasphemous because, again, this is a game I've always wanted to play. I've wanted to play New Vegas. I have them now on Game Pass, so I actually am thinking about streaming that here in a little while. And who knows, maybe I'll do it, to celebrate this book once I understand the rules a little more. Maybe I'll stream it on this channel. But yeah, it was an awesome looking game. I remember seeing my friend build like a settlement and had to take care of his survivors and stuff. And then he was trying to like work on his power armor, and he went and had to like go and salvage things from like an old diner and stuff. It was really cool. Went into like little bunkers where he had to fight like robots and monsters. Great video game. And I'm a fan of Skyrim, and I remember thinking, oh, this is a lot like Skyrim. Well, it's made by the same people, so it should be like that. So, once again, great art. I love how they do this, right? Like, even at the start of a chapter, it breaks things down by what page they're on. So, really cool stuff here, I highly recommend picking this game up if you, one, are a big fan of the video games. And if you're a big fan of tabletop RPGs and you want a good post-apocalyptic game, I'm sure this is going to be one. So again, from what I saw, I can't make a full, assessment of it, but I think this is going to be a great tabletop RPG. I have another friend who has it. He had pre-ordered it a while ago, and we might play it sometime soon. You see him on my channel sometimes. His name is BN Drake. So he's waiting for his books to show up, and yeah, and I believe there's a couple other people on my Discord who I've talked to about this who might be picking this up. And I tell you what, guys, you go and buy this book. Well, let's play a one-shot. Any of my patrons out there, we can make this our monthly one-shot, that we will be doing. So we play a variety of games as one-shots. The last one we did was Palladium Books Rifts. So, post-apocalyptic. But yeah, if some people pick up the Fallout RPG, I will happily run a one-shot or play in a one-shot if somebody else wants to run it. In fact, I would rather play. But yeah, if you guys want to run it, we can get a little group going for a one-shot or a short 2 or 3 session game. I'll happily do that. So I got a lot of reading to do. I love the power armors, by the way. I remember that was one of the coolest things I saw in that video game. I was like, oh, they're so cool. They seemed really OP, too, back in the video game. But yeah. You can kind of see what it's about. You can see the art. Again, I think this is a great looking book. To me, it screams Fallout. Like, there's no question. If there was no words in this whole book, I would be able to tell that this is Fallout. They bring up the Nuka-Cola. And like, so for example, I'm a fan of other games and companies that have done IPs of, video games and stuff. And the art they've had done didn't always look the same as the video game or the movie or, so on. And so I feel like, obviously it looks like they got the rights to use some official art, if not all of it being official art. But yeah, to me, it really makes the feel of the game. I think art is definitely underappreciated, I feel like. Like, to me, art is important in a role-playing game. It really is. And there's games out there that I think are really cool that I am not a big fan of the art. It looks a little too cartoony, and it kind of takes me aback. I have a hard time, sometimes when the art doesn't look in my mind, how it should. So there's that. Whether it's a monster in a game or just, you know, the setting as a whole. And so for me, I will buy a really good role-playing game if it's got really good art. I really will. I know that sounds crazy. You know, there's a lot of things you can take from a role-playing game book. You can take little mechanics, you can take lore, you know, you can take ideas for all sorts of things. I think I skipped a page there, but that's okay. Oh, love it. Red Rocket. That's cool. Gas station, I think. Looks like a diner, but I think it's a gas station. That's cool. But yeah, I'll buy a game with beautiful art. I really will. As long as I think I'm going to be able to play the game and enjoy it a little bit. If it's got nice art, I'll buy it. I'll buy the book. I've been tempted to buy books before just because of the art. Now, once I get into it, if the game is no good, then I'll probably get rid of the game pretty quick. But, you know, I am a sucker for some good art. And I'll admit, this checks off that box for me. Going through this book, when I first got it the other day, there was not a single thing in here artistically that I went, oh, why did they put that in here? You know, I think the layout's good. I think it's easy to follow. I think it's easy to find things already. And all of that is a big deal. Are these adventures? I think these are the adventures. Yeah, you can run little quests out of this stuff. Sorry, for me this is upside down at the moment because trying to get it to show up on my camera is a little difficult otherwise. But yeah, these are like locations and adventures. Now, I don't think it's like has any specific locations from any of the video games. I think you have to add stuff like that yourself. I could be wrong. But again, I have not played the video game, so I'm not fully sure. USS Constitution. So if you know better, you know that these are from some of the video games, let me know. So I remember about 10 years ago, somewhere around there, one of my friends I used to work with was always talking about Fallout New Vegas, telling me how bad I need to get that game and I need to play it. And so I guess my question for you guys, if you're still watching at this point, is should I start playing Fallout New Vegas or should I just hop in and play the latest Fallout? Not 76. I hear that one's not a good one to start with. I've heard mixed bags on that. Like some people say it's awful. Other people say they liked it. You know, so again, I don't know. But should I jump into, was it Fallout 4? Or should I go and play Fallout New Vegas? What do you guys think? Again, I've never played a Fallout game before. I feel like, oh, see, I love that. That looks so good. I feel like it sounds like you can start off with either one and it won't make a difference necessarily story-wise. But what do you guys think? Should I start with New Vegas? Is New Vegas a little slower? You know, what do you guys think? There's a lot of video games I like playing right now and that I want to play. I'm playing Dragon Age Origins on stream right now. There's a chance, like I said, I'll start playing Skyrim again on the channel. Maybe I'll start just streaming it over on Twitch. I'm not sure. But if I do play Fallout, which one would you say I should start with? Or would you prefer I go and play Skyrim and Dragon Age? I'm a huge Dragon Age fan. I've beat all those games. Some of them more than once. So, Dragon Age Origins is a little bit slower than the other ones. In fact, the second one felt really quick. They kind of upped the pace there. Oh, here we go. We're getting into Bloodbug. You know what's funny? I call Sturges Bloodbugs in my homebrew setting. Interesting. I never realized they called them Bloodbugs. I wonder if that's trademarked or copyrighted. Probably is. If that's the case, I'll have to come up with a new name to start calling my Sturges. Or my version of them. Mole Rat. Rad Scorpion. Rad Roach. Okay, I love those names. Rad Stag. Stingwing. That's funny. Very cool. All right, so we're getting to the end here. Obviously, you can see all the robots and monsters and stuff like that. Again, this is a 400-page book. Like, you're really getting your money's worth, I think, with this. They put in a lot of effort. SentryBot. I have not seen any errors or typos of any sort that, just going through it. I'm sure, if you dig deep, you can probably find it. But again, I feel like this has been a book that a lot of time and effort and energy has gone into. And I think it's probably been combed over by, some great eyes for detail. So, and I know that there was a Fallout RPG by Modiphius a few years ago. I don't know a lot about it, but I also know that Modiphius makes a board game for Fallout. So they do quite a few things for Bethesda. They also have some Skyrim stuff. I think it's a board game. I wonder if that's on the to-do list, if a Skyrim tabletop RPG is in the works, because that would be kind of cool. I don't think it'd be that hard to replicate. Oh, it's so good. So good. Who wouldn't want to play in, Tamriel? Is that the name of the world? I'm pretty sure that's the name. But yeah, so that's it. You guys kind of get it. Then you get to the appendices, and voila. Now, I'm not going to show you guys my little code in the back. Love this. This, I don't know if this is a poster somewhere, but this needs to be a poster. Then you get the character sheet. So this is the character sheet. The character sheet, I actually think looks very easy to understand. You got your attributes at the top, luck points. You got your origin, your skills, basically your armor and stuff for defense right here, and then your equipment. So again, your perks and traits over here, how many caps you have. I don't know how caps work. I don't understand that yet. I haven't read up on it. But yeah, and then in the back, like I said, at the bottom, you get a little code here. I'll show you the first letter to get a free PDF. So that's pretty cool. And I'll just blur it out at the end of the video. But yeah, and then here's the back. So the back is pretty nice too. So again, this is a cool book. If you're a fan of Fallout, I'm sure you will want to pick this up. Again, it's a really, really nice book. Think about getting that special edition. I don't think you'll regret that. Again, if you're a collector of all things Fallout, I know some people collect like Funko Pops, and I just imagine that box set, with your Funko Pops on your shelves looking amazing. So, again, this was Fallout, the role-playing game by Modiphius Entertainment. Let me know what you guys think. If you're waiting on it, maybe you've made your order already, would love to hear about it. If you've got a campaign idea for this game or anything, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. And again, back to that discussion about the video games. If you want to see me stream playing the video games, let me know. Or streaming a one-shot of this very game itself, again, let me know. And we will happily try to do something with that. This was Master the Game. I am Juice. Game on.